Oh yeah. How about some Harrow action, boys? Look at that fashion frame. Looks good and kicks ass. Alright. Guys, this is a slinger and this is a Warframe grad video. Alright, let's go to that place in Deimos that I can never pronounce. Let's see. Persto. I don't know why I can't remember that. You know what? I go around and give thumbs up to other content creators that can't pronounce stuff on Warframe so I don't feel alone. All right, let's do this. I'll switch my sound here.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them if you are barren.
Just so you know, I have no real plan here. I have the tax on with the R tax on. Voltor. It's a Voltor, Kalios Voltor incarnate. I want to get the Voltor Prime too. Had it in my other account. I was playing that a lot more this year, and since I stopped playing it, I'm going to start building up this Legendary 4 account again with cool stuff. So. Oh, I'm using the Nami Skyla. Which is, it's a little bit more powerful than the Ceramic Dagger, but it's also a little slower. So it really depends on how you want to play, right? Similar setup, doing the same thing, gas, electric, all that good stuff. This is a puncture and corrosive build. Puncture does really well inside here. Corrosive does really well inside here. Alright, I gotta find some air. Drinky time.
Looks like you could use a bit of life support.
Excuse me.
Look what this fish just caught. You keep fighting, and I'll keep beating. You can come home now. No need to be a hero of my account. Little horse, you want to win.
It's actually doing pretty decent. The big mechs are always a problem. So I was able to take that one out because Harrow has the crit and the speed. Kind of nice. Plus I'm using Nourish on here. Really goes well.
Sending another capsule.
Sometimes it's hard to tell, in fact, when I'm incarnate and when I'm not with the Boltor, because he can speed buff you, Harrow, and crit buff you, and it does so well even when it's not incarnate, right? So, Incarnon. Pretty decent combo, you know what I mean, for survival. I just gotta watch out. I wasn't watching my my stats too good there for a second.
Looks like you could use a bit of life support. I do not think the murmur will wish this to you. Looks like you could use a bit of life support.
Talos Boltor is doing what I call respectable, right? It's respectable. Better than some recently released Prime weapons.
You have but 60 seconds of life support remaining. Sending another capsule? Is no grown tree today.
That was without Incarnate. I mean, yeah, that's why I use Harrow, the buff machine.
grown trees, you know. Your hard work is really paying off.
That was without Incarnate over there. Wow. It's not a bad combination for Harrow.
60 seconds. Looks like you could use a bit of life support.
Alright, where was that? Was there... I need to hit another thing, don't I? See what we got here.
Sending another capsule. These don't grow on trees, you know.
Where was this thing a couple minutes ago? Come on. It was not there.
Tick-tock. Time and oxygen are running out. Looks like you could use a bit of life support. Seconds. I shall put this one on the pile. We're going to need a bigger sector.
All right, guys, something I do want to talk about while we're here is that I will be starting to live broadcast on Twitch and YouTube. I do have a plugin for OBS. My internet is gigabyte speed internet, so it's not a problem. But yeah, if you haven't followed me on Twitch, you don't even really need to, because I'm gonna live stream on YouTube. So
Looks like you could use a bit of life support.
all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll show you what build I've been using here.
Come, come. We have much to accomplish.
I just formatted the tax on. All right, let's leave here. All right, first of all, I am using 2 of the topaz shards for... So here's kind of what I've found out. If you raise your shields up high enough, the topaz shards are actually pretty decent. And you're going to get less downtime where you're building your shields up, as opposed to using catalyzing shields where it's really low and the timer gets involved all the time. So, pro tip, catalyzing shields good, but not good all the time. I've went over this in a video, but I didn't really explain why. So with the new, and I hope that everybody got the primed redirection. The new primed redirection, okay, it's 180 shield capacity. That puts his shields at like 2,000 with an umbral setup. Actually, it doesn't even matter because that has nothing to do with his shields. He's a higher shield warframe to begin with. So prime redirection puts it up to 2,072, right? And then I'm using health conversion on there and growing power. His everything's pretty much just 100, 100, 100, right, on this build. Prime flow, energy, rapid resilience, so I don't have to shield gate, or I don't have to rolling guard. I actually sometimes prefer rolling guard. I would have been okay with it this game. I was feeling like I wanted to roll. I don't know, I probably did out of habit. Sometimes I go through stages where I just want to do rolling guard all the time. You don't have to have it with this. It's pretty chunky build and works pretty good. You didn't, it was okay. So I'm using Nourish as my third ability. So, yep. Nourish goes well. Remember, this is kind of, without having to put this on here, it's a condemn shield gating build, so you get lots of over shields. So you're at I think I've seen 4,000 something over shields or something crazy. I can't even remember. You'll have to go through the video and correct me when I'm wrong, which is all the time. So adaptation, always a good thing to throw on there just for shits and giggles. Arcane Aegis, augmented to build up the power strength a little bit. Growing power, right? So yeah, equilibrium, so you don't run out of that energy with the prime flow. And kind of an Umbra build, but not Umbra strength, right? Just vitality and the fiber. So yeah, it's all right. So 2 of these shards, 2 armor shards. Later on, what I would do is I would probably buff these armor shards with Tau Forge, and then these are fine. Then maybe put a red power strength on here, or even better, I'd probably put an emerald green corrosive stacks shard right in here, and then you'd be good to go. I do want to talk about the taxon. I just did form it. I think I did. Oh yeah, I just wanted to switch out to calculate a redirection instead of the vitality. And the redirection that I had was fully ranked. The vitality wasn't, so in order to fit it, I threw a form on there. So I don't know if I showed you the taxon before, but molecular conversion actually does help with your shield gate and building up your shields. You want to have assault mode on there, right? Manifold bond, synth deconstruct for the energy, a shield charger that helps the Warframe shields. So that's good to have. Prime regen, just so you get back up and going fast if you die. I didn't see him go down this game, but it was only 15 minutes. That's not very long. I'm sure in the in the later game he's going to go down. Vacuum, gotta have that. But yeah, I went with the calculated redirection, and contagious. That's pretty good one too. So momentous, just basically a bond build, right? A bond build, and then what I got going on for the Artex is the blast gate freeze. That's slowing them down, so that's why I could take like a drink of coffee while I was playing and get air, because it slows him down a little bit. The closer they are, the more likely he's going to get them. A lot of times when you're in the big rigmarole where there's a lot of fire going on, he ain't going to hit them, right? But when you're like getting air or things slow down for that second, he'll start hitting them and tapping them. So the blast just keeps your shields pumped up, but honestly it doesn't do a real great job. I wish this was even with this Riven at 77 fire rate, I wish this was a lot faster, right? I wish you could make it fast like the Verglass, get it up to like 30, but that's just not the situation. So you've got the prime shred for the punch through, split chamber. A lot of reasons galvanized split chamber just doesn't seem to do the multiples. So normal split chambers, what everybody uses: shivering, contagion, rhyme rounds, thermite, Cairo. So you're on blast and just blast, and that's it. And then really, because this is the Artex, it's got cold naturally no matter what you put on it. So yeah. Oh, the Nami solo. So yeah, this is a build similar to the ceramic dagger. It's actually stronger than the ceramic dagger. It's the same kind of thing with a heavy attack build, right? And the gas, electric, and radiation, right? Melee influence, opportunities reach. Seems like one of my favorites out of the Tennokai. Just because if you're going to go for anything, why not just get a little extra reach when you're going to bam somebody in the head, or 8 of them. Healing return, not something you need, but I consider there to be flex spots on a lot of these builds, so that's what I would consider to be a flex spot. And I'm like always like, okay, what's going to get me that little bit extra? Hell tanks don't make it past 1,000, so I'm always looking at edges, you know what I mean, to make my builds a little bit unique and work better, because you have to have interactions to go the distance. So yep, this won't get you over 1,000, like just because it has healing return on it, not at all. But it's quality of life is what it is. So what you could do right there, in fact, you could put like a quickening on there, and this would be a really good build with a quickening on there if you're not worried about your health. Honestly, with Harrow, I'm not really worried about my health. So quickening would be a great thing, or a primed, let's see, if there's a primed Fury, is it? Primed Fury. But quickening's better because you get the combo count. So, I mean, it's not better because this is faster, 55%, and then the quickening. But I would take quickening in a heartbeat. You get the combo count chance at 20% with 40% attack speed. That's a pretty good trade-off. And it's a lot cheaper. So, you know, a lot of times there's no wrong answer, but there's what's best for you, right? So, like my controller, Turtle Beach. Yay. All right. I don't know why I did that. Fashion frame, undeniable with Harrow. Let's check out the fashion. Yes. When you go out to kill, you must look good. So let's check out the fashion frame. Appearance, attachments. We got the EDO, 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 and the Protivare, right? This is the colors. Let's go to Sandana. Icarus Sandana. I think that is the wings here. I think they look amazing on him. Okay, so yeah. But hey, you could like stuff totally different than me. So, and whatever you like, that's what you do. This is your game. Have fun. All right, guys, get out there and grind. I will. Hell, I already did.